Klein here. Welcome to the Adam Loves Guitar channel. So I thought it'd be kind of fun today to take an E minor chord, just your basic E minor, and treat it a little bit differently than it typically might be treated. And what do I mean by that? Well, a lot of times when you play an E minor chord, you would play notes from an E minor, what's called the relative minor scale. But we are going to treat this E minor as a modal chord. And what that means is, if you think about the chords that are in the key of C, and you line them up in order, you would have C major, D minor, E minor would be the third chord in the key. So we're going to take the E minor chord and we're going to think about it as being the third chord in the key of C. In other words, we're going to surround it with notes from the key of C, which is relatively easy because the key of C has no sharps or flats. And so here's your E minor chord. And the first thing we're going to do is get the sound of the Phrygian mode in our ears. So I'm going to use the open high E string, and we're going to go up the key of C starting on E. So the first note is E. Then right off the bat, the next note would be F. So that's kind of unique to start a scale with a half step. Then we go on our way to the next note in a C scale, which would be G. Starting to get the flavor, it almost has a Spanish sound to it. E, F, G, the next note would be A, the next note would be B, and then we arrive on C. That's the key that we're in, but we're going to go past the C. That's not the last note because we want to get to the octave E. So we go past the C up to D, and then arrive on the E. And we get our 7 notes from E to the octave E, but using the notes in the key of C. So this is what it would sound like. Here's the chord, and here's the scale. Has a very unique sound. So what if we could take those notes and kind of play around this E minor chord? For instance, on the D string we have an E right here. And so I'm going to, with my extra finger here, I'm going to change this note for a second from E up a half step to F. And you get this, it's almost kind of a mystical sound. So we have an E, F is the next note, open G is the next note of the scale, the next note is A, then an open B, then a C, then a D, and then the open E. If I keep going, the E would go down to a D, to a C, to a B, open A, G, F. one chord that I like where I use some of these notes where I play an E, then a B at the 2nd fret, an F at the 3rd fret. That gives it that Phrygian sound. And then I put an A on the G string, and you get this chord. Experiment at home, you know, just hold down your E, use your pinky or another finger, your first finger, find a note that's in the key of C and add it to this chord. And that's the sound of E Phrygian. Here's a Phrygian progression, E minor to F and possibly G. Number 2, E minor, F, and G. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel on your way out. For more information on my signature guitar and musicianship courses, check out the information in the links below. Bye for now.